Well, good evening again, East Alabama and West Georgia. It has finally gone final on Vaughn Road in Montgomery, Alabama. What a football game down there tonight with the Handley Tigers and the Trojans of St. James. Handley holding on to win that thing 48-35. Folks, at one point, St. James had Handley by the throat at 14-0 late in the first quarter, or maybe early in the second quarter, and then the Handley Tigers woke up sometime about midway the second quarter, and they got the, as Adam calls it, that Wes Kinsey double-double, where they scored going in at halftime and scored coming out of halftime, and never looked back. They did allow St. James a couple of touchdowns there in the second half to make it look a little better than it was, but don't be fooled at all. Handley owned St. James from midway through the second quarter till the final tick of the clock down there in Montgomery. Tonight, that final score again, 48-35. It was Randolph County over Woodland tonight at Warren Sewell Field, 36-0. And during that partial power outage. And then Wadley took it on the chin up there in that dogfight in Ranburne, 14-0. Ranburne wins that ball game. Weather cooperated for the most part across all of our venues this evening. We did have a 15-minute delay with the Handley St. James game because of a thunderstorm that was right over downtown Montgomery. St. James is out on the east side of Montgomery, out on Vaughn Road. So the thunderstorm was about 4 to 5 miles to the northwest of the stadium. It never did really rain at the stadium. They may have had a few sprinkles, but they had a pretty good thunderstorm in downtown Montgomery with lightning, and that was within the 10-mile radius. So the officials pulled all the kids off the field during warm-up and started that clock, and so it was 7:15 before we got the Handley game underway. That's why the game is running as late as it is this evening. And that was the only game that, as far as Randolph County teams are concerned, that had issues tonight with weather. We had some showers around at about 4 o'clock around the Woodland area, but they faded away and moved off to the south. We never did have anything threatened up there in Cleburne County. So all in all, the weather forecast was good. We were giving you about a 30% chance of rain at about 6 p.m., and we told you that chance of rain would be lessening as we go throughout the evening, and that's just exactly what we saw. When we lost the heat of the day, those showers and thunderstorms started to fade away, and we didn't have a problem this evening. So as we head toward the rest of your weekend, pretty much the same thing again tomorrow and Sunday. About a 50 to a 60% chance of an afternoon shower or thunderstorm during the heat of the day. Partly cloudy both on Saturday and Sunday. So all in all, not a bad weekend on the way for East Alabama and West Georgia as we head toward your Saturday and Sunday. Hope you guys have enjoyed some great high school football tonight. You folks who are traveling on the road, if you're headed back to Wadley from Ranburne, be careful. You Randolph County folks are probably already home by now because you didn't have far to go, right down 48 to get back home. And then our folks down there in Montgomery traveling with the Handley Tigers have the furthest to travel. It's going to take them a couple of hours to get back to Roanoke when they finally do leave from Montgomery this evening. So it's going to be a late night for the Handley Tigers getting back home. Congratulations to the Tigers on a huge victory down there tonight in Montgomery. St. James is one of those private schools. They're in the 3A classification, but they have to play most of the time. They have to schedule teams a little bit bigger than they are because folks are scared to death of those private schools, and they should be because they're good. A lot of folks expect St. James to win their area this year in 3A, so they're going to be a good football team. They are a good football team. They've got a fantastic quarterback and a good receiving core. And Handley is very fortunate to come out of there with a win tonight. They showed their muscle there in the second half of tonight's ball game. So be very careful on the road tonight, traveling home from Montgomery up I-85 and 431. Be careful, be safe, and I'll be back in here with you first thing tomorrow morning with your primetime forecast on Dr. Don's weather. Have a good evening.